Hey, this is Greener Grass, a podcast now with the Digit Network. We're so happy that you guys are here. Kelly and I are so excited to say that this is season 6. If you haven't yet, go to our show notes and opt in for our newsletter. We'll send you stuff about us, our guests, and if we have any breaking news. So excited to have you. Let's get started. Oh my God, Kelly, how are you?
How are you? You've had
Oh my God,
you've had family.
oh my God, there's one word, and the word is exhausted.
I bet.
Yeah,
Job and job and child and family.
yeah.
It's layered up.
Layered up. And so with the job and the kid and the jobs, I'm pretty much at 100%.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of space in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't even tell you how I'm more exhausted, like emotionally or just physically tired. But what my parents did was amazing. They're so helpful and supportive, is that they helped with Bean a lot.
Yeah.
It didn't necessarily take any more off my plate, but what it did was give Bean like a more chill spring break, because during the day she was able to just stay home with them. She didn't have to run to camp and be there by 8:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So she had a very different spring break because of them.
Yeah.
It didn't really change anything for me so much, except my mom did cook a lot.
Okay.
And so I didn't have to feed myself when I got home. So that was one more thing. But I have to say, if the feeding myself takes a certain amount of energy, the amount of emotional energy it takes for me not to get triggered by every single thing she says is more than the cooking energy.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you feel so it's, what I think is interesting, which I don't know if this has to do with it, but I don't get triggered anymore by my mom.
Okay.
But I think it's because I've let go of a bunch of stuff, and I just am in this acceptance / I don't care. I don't want to say I don't care, but just in this letting go, I literally don't care.
Yeah. I said it to myself a couple times. Is it I'm just not enlightened enough to not be triggered by her.
I wonder if it's because you're not around her. So
maybe
I'm with my, I see my mom and dad 4 and 5 days a week. And so there's a lot more time for me to A, be around them, B, be accepting, C, be enlightened, and D, just know that I want to let it go. So I have that, and you're not around them. So the trigger feels bigger because you have this 1 week span of being triggered all the time, opposed to me having random things happen all year long that I'm just yeah, who cares?
It is different when they're staying with you.
Yes.
There's one layer, because it's not like you have an hour or 2 hours. But honestly, I was working so much, it worked out that I wasn't there that much, because Bean was so happy to be with her grandparents.
Yes.
Right? So, let me give you an example that still triggers me, that I know enough and I should be enlightened. Well, let's be gentle to myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be enlightened about this, but it is very well known that among a certain generation of Asian grandparents, they're going to tell you you're too skinny or you're too fat the moment they see you. That's how they say hello.
Okay.
And it's known among everyone. Oh. Yet when it happens, it still triggers the shit out of me.
Yeah. And I can't even imagine what they would say, because you're pretty much perfect.
Well, the word is you're too skinny or you're a little chubby.
Okay.
And I don't know about you, little chubby is triggering to me no matter what part of my life I'm in. Sure. I'm a dancer. We're dancers. We were halfway to have a good eating disorder already for the body dysmorphia we have for looking in a mirror every single day of our lives. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My brother's on medication that makes it hard to lose weight. And my brother's always been really fit, but he's got a little bit more on him right now because of his medication. And my dad, the first thing he did when he saw him was, "Oh, you put on some weight. You're looking a little chubby." And then, so that's just him. That's not going to change. My dad's not going to change. He's 80 something.
Yeah.
So how do I not have that gut reaction the second it comes out of his mouth. Do you have any advice for me, like, on that? Because no matter what, I think that, like, you'd have to be pretty enlightened for that to completely just brush off your shoulder. But maybe I should. Maybe I'd be like, oh, that's how he says hello. If I somehow purpose it in my brain, like structure it differently, it won't do that to me.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that would, no, I mean, I obviously definitely get it for sure. I mean, listen, my mom, the amount of time that she has told me that she doesn't like the color of my hair.
Right.
And when she says it, I'm like, I know you've told me before. Like, I'm just like, but like she says it pretty often. And I'm like, yep, established. You've let me know. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm really happy for you that you're enlightened enough for that to roll off your shoulder. The thing that is the crux of me and my mom. So me and my dad he doesn't have as many triggers for me, except for that one.
yeah.
Because the biggest issue that I always had it with my dad is that he really considered himself the breadwinner of the house and didn't think anything else was his job.
Yeah.
Including raising the children. That was very generational.
Yes.
And my mom still does everything. So the dynamic between them is triggering to me because it's a reminder.
Right. I get that.
It's a reminder, yes, of what I didn't like back then, of what I still don't like right now. Like, they're retired. Like, my dad still has no, like, is my mom in it, like, I'm not saying those two, but like, whenever you have a relationship, when one is so uneven, is it indentured servitude? You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels to me. But the thing that triggers me the most, she's got a controlling nature that is based on anxiety. It's not based on like wanting to have everything a certain way necessarily. It's like coming from a place of like anxiety and fear.
Yeah.
Yes, Bean. Yes, my love. What's up?
Fly keeps on getting on my food.
Oh, she came in here with a fly swatter because a fly is flying around her meal. Bean, if you kill it, I will be very impressed if you can catch that fly.
Get it.
But I'm too scared.
Why don't you ask Papa to help you catch the fly?
He said no.
Well, maybe it's because he thinks you should just wave it away. Try to ignore it, maybe. You want to try to ignore the fly?
No, but Mama's gonna get into my food.
She's as tired as I am. That's how I want to be.
Follow my food.
I bet you anything. I bet you anything. If I go over there and try to kill it, I won't be able to kill it. Flies are hard to get. Okay, legitimately, the way Bean is acting is how I feel right now.
You guys are gonna have the best nap.
We really are. Okay, so as a child, I think I wanted so badly to have agency on my own because she was, and she's not in control. She's not controlling in all ways, but like, how do I explain it? Like, it's like in all small ways.
Yeah.
Small ways. And so as a kid, I would just like try to take agency because kids already have that. They have to ask permission for everything. And like, I just wanted a little of it. So I think that my personality over time developed where I have this itch, and there's a rebellious itch to be independent. And I'm also a middle child. I think that has something to do with it. My sister and brother didn't have the same issues I have. Me and my mom have a very specific relationship, and we do very well generally. Like, we talk every day. But the thing my mom has a habit of doing is it doesn't matter what I say. It's not like she has to have the last word, but she naturally responds with her agreeing.
Okay.
So it almost feels like not that she took the agency away from me, but that it has her blessing or whatever. So if I'm sitting there talking to Bean and I'm like, you need to go to bed, my mom will just like from the other room be like, yes, go to bed, Bean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, are you hungry? Or are you hungry, Bean? She'll be like, are you hungry? I have this. Like, it's just like every decision. Like, I'm hot in here. I'm going to turn on the AC. She's like, yeah, I'm hot too. Or like, yes, turn it on. That's what she would say. She would say, yes, turn it on. Or if she wasn't hot, she'd be like, yeah, but then we have to think about turning it off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or Bean asked last night, because me and Bean sit on the porch all the time at night because it's beautiful and is it still cold there, by the way? You guys had a storm last night. Your power went out.
It's going to be 70 tomorrow, but it's like 39 today, 40 today.
And why did you guys have 50-mile-per-hour winds last night? What was going on there?
No idea. I know there were like tornadoes in Indiana like the day before, but we didn't even have rain, just these super high winds. And when I was at my parents' yesterday afternoon, the electricity was flickering. And then we went to a Mexican restaurant and the power went out there, but it came back on. Then we went to the theater to see the dance show and the power went out, and they said, like, if it's not back on by 6, we're not doing the show. And then it didn't come back on. So I wasn't surprised when I should say I was wondering if my electric was going to be out. And in some ways I wasn't surprised, but when I pulled in my driveway and my garage door didn't go up, when I hit the button, I was like, my garage door didn't go up. And then I was like,
yeah, you guys don't have power.
No power. So, yeah.
That's like, wait, is this, no, it's spring. So this is not your studio's summer big recital.
No, you remember Patty's, they would always do what they called the parent show. It's the parent show, but they haven't a name for it. So before dance competition, like before competition season, they do a show for competition parents, and it's only competition numbers. And they wear their costumes, and it's like kind of like a full-blown rehearsal before competition weekend. And so they call it world premiere night now. It's not, but it's like just the same thing. And I like to go because opposed to recital, which recital is great too, but you're not seeing like the 2-year-olds and the 3-year-olds and the recital number. It's like just all the competition numbers.
Yeah.
Back to back.
It's actually really entertaining because it's like everybody's on their P's and Q's. Okay, I love this. All right, I'm sorry that you had that because listeners, Kelly and I were trying to figure out when the hell to record this week because our lives. And so the power went out. She was like, I'm trying to reserve my battery. I can't talk a lot. So
I was like in this fear last night, which you're going to get what I'm saying, but I was supposed to teach yoga this morning, which the yoga studio still doesn't have power. Like not even this afternoon. And so I was afraid my phone would die and I wouldn't have my alarm wouldn't go off this morning. I wouldn't get up and go to yoga, which I generally wake up on my own pretty early, but I just had this like, that's what's going to happen. And so like last night I was like, don't play on your phone, whatever. Cause everyone was saying that it wasn't going to come back on today, but then it came on in the middle of the night. But our yard is like a disaster, like twigs, leaves, the grill cover's gone, like just like, and there's trees down everywhere. Yeah, I mean 50-mile-per-hour winds, that's a lot. That's crazy. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, it was super windy. Now listen, I have this thing where like storms, I don't know if it's because it's like I get this like exciting feeling. Do you get that? I do too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I like to be snuggled in my bed and like hear the storm and hear the wind and think it's crazy out there. And so like I love that shit. But I was texting Kerry before I said I need to save my phone that like my children, like Emerson was cleaning her room. So she had like 4 flashlights propped in paper towels. Like, you know how paper towels are like taller? She got the paper towels out of the cupboard and then she had flashlights in the top of paper towels and her room was aglow. She had a candle too. And then Mason was just like beside himself. Like he was like, no device, no Wi-Fi. What am I doing with my life? He kept coming in my room. Like, how much longer? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, go to bed, take a shower, like get a candle, like read a book with a flashlight. I don't know. And then he'd like leave for a little while and then he'd come back in. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was just like, get out of here. Get out of here. But see, this is how enlightened we are that we can, because we're having all those feelings too. Yes. But you just hopefully get to a point and you can be a little patient and like settle yourself. Yes. I almost think that's part of the reason that kids are in our lives is because they create a space where we quit whining and we quit being selfish and we quit stomping our feet because they are. And we realize that we can't anymore. Yeah. Yeah. So being asked to go on the porch and my mom's like, no, why would you do that? That's so funny. And I was like, because we always go, Mom. She's like, you do?
I was like, oh, yeah. And so my mom doesn't really have a problem with us sitting on the porch. It's just that she has these gut reactions of like, oh, why would you do that? And it triggers me. So anyways, listeners, maybe at some point in my near future, because it would be really, really, really beneficial to me if I didn't get triggered by this.
Yeah.
Because I'd be able to tolerate these trips that are, they're getting older. I don't want to just not enjoy the time.
Yes.
But it's really hard to enjoy for the time because I'm like exhausted already from work. And then I'm like having to hold myself back from having like all these emotions.
Yeah. So how do you think, and listen, partially you're not there, they're grandparents, they're obviously great people. So you're happy that they're with Bean, but do you think that she does these, I mean, obviously she does, but she does these same parenting things with Bean, like as far as like kind of controlling what's happening with Bean during the day when they're doing activities, or do you think grandparents make her like a little loosened up?
Well, she attempts, and I don't think any of it's conscious, by the way.
Yes.
So she attempts to be the same way, but Bean's response, because she's raised by me, not by my mom, is, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Or like, what do you mean by that? Or like, oh, my mommy lets me do this.
Yeah.
Stop,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, long story short, I would really like to be more enlightened so that it would just kind of drift off the shoulder and wouldn't bother me at all. I did try this though, Kelly. I tried to say to myself every single time I felt that way, like a heightened, like, gratitude they're alive, because I am.
Yeah.
Like they're healthy, they're sharp,
Yes.
they're helpful.
Listen, I will say, because I'm acting like, I just like let everything go. You know what my big trigger is that I still for sure have, but I definitely feel it, see it, take a breath in and keep moving. Where before I would have like lost my mind for 3 days, is my mom does things that make me feel like she doesn't know who I am. And what I mean by that is, Kelly, you should make these chocolates. This is a dumb example, but you should make these chocolate cookie brownie things that I saw, and like you make it from scratch and you get this whatever. And I'm like, yeah, mom, I don't really cook very much, so I'm not going to do that probably. And she's like, well, you should do it. And like, here's the recipe. I'm going to send you the recipe right now. And I'm like, yeah, mom, I don't like to cook, so I'm probably not going to do that. Or she wants me to wear something, or she buys something that is like so far from anything that I would ever. And it's not that she wants me to do the thing. It makes me feel like she doesn't know me.
So it doesn't make you feel like she's trying to change you either. It just makes you feel like she doesn't know you.
Yeah, it just makes me feel like that is the farthest thing from me. Like, this is a dumb example, and this is from a long time ago. It's not recent, but it's a good example, is that she got me like a bunch of yarn and like a crochet thing, whatever that crochet thing is, for me to start making blankets. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not really crafty. And she's like, no, like you would love it. Like you can make blankets and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I just feel like I've never really been someone that like likes to sew and like does that kind of thing. And she's like, no, it's like, she doesn't hear what I'm saying. And I'm like, yeah, like not really my jam. And then she like keeps going, 'cause it's like, and then it makes me feel like, yeah, you don't know me, because like, I hate all kinds of stuff like that. I don't know.
In the past, did that make you feel like, she's really trying hard to change me into that, or to push me into that direction because that's what she likes?
Yeah, I didn't ever feel like it's like she's trying to change me. It was more, but I did feel like, no, she likes that, so she thinks I should, which I guess is the same thing. But I didn't think of it like, oh, she wants to change me. I thought of it like, she knows best, and she knows that I'm going to like it if I do it or something. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I know myself. And listen, maybe there's a little bit of a rebellion as a kid that you're like, I'm not even trying it because you want me to try it. I mean, there could be some of that, but it just is more like she loves to shop. I'm not really a shopper. Like, I don't like to like go to Easton and go shopping for 3 hours. If I need a pair of jeans, I'm going to like either order them, or I'm going to go to Easton. I'm going to go in the store, buy the jeans, and then leave. And like, she always like would say things about me shopping, like you need to go on this shopping site because blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really need anything right now. And then she doesn't stop. Like, yeah, but they have whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm trying to like not spend money right now. She doesn't, you know what I'm saying? That's my biggest trick
Yeah.
still, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're in and out. Like, how do you, like, if you were to try to give advice to me on how to not have that reaction?
I think it's impossible. I literally think it's impossible to give someone advice because I think that you just have to you'll get to a spot. And I mean, this isn't advice. You already said it. They're getting older. All of our parents are getting older. And I think when you're a parent, you realize that everyone's just doing the best they can. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to be the best parent you can be. I think the majority of parents, and I would say for your parents and my parents, they're not like, what can I do to be a shithead and trigger this?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah.
They're just like trying to do the best they can. And I think there's a realization as you get older that you're like, everyone's just doing from what they know and how they grew up in their environment, and that they're just trying to do the best they can. And so I think there's this like, not empathy. It's not empathy, but it's kind of this realization that like, damn it, everyone's just trying to freaking do the best they can. And like, I just like kind of take a deep breath in and out. Like there's not, now listen, there are definitely times that I feel like I say the thing that makes her triggered. I trigger her too, right? Like,
Yes,
I definitely
yes,
trigger
yes.
each other. But like I say the thing and sometimes I'm like, take the deep breath in and out and don't say the thing that's gonna upset her. But sometimes I just can't help it. Sometimes I just have to say the thing that I'm gonna say.
Well, also the thing my mom likes to do is she, like, it's coming from a good place because she sees how busy I am and she wants to help. And so while she's here, she's cooking and she feels like, and I know that my mom, one of the things that gets to me no matter what is no matter what kitchen she's in, she makes it hers.
Okay.
So, but if that's not your house, you know what I'm saying? So me and my sister generally just move out of the way because it's helpful anyway that she's cooking healthy food for us.
Yes.
So I have to say I gotten a little more enlightened because that didn't bother me so much
Yeah.
this time for my kitchen to be taken over.
Yeah.
So
And then how was
There's
the
that.
dynamic? They were there. I mean, Asa likes to eat what Asa likes to eat, right? Like, so did you like, was it a lot going on just in general?
Asa actually ate some of the food they cooked this time, which is new.
Okay, great.
It was new. She also like kind of asked us what we wanted to eat, so there was a little bit of that happening. Like here's an example. She sees us not struggling through the week, but like Thursday is legitimately hard because I know she has allergies and she's trying not to itch her eyes.
Yeah.
But they're itchy. It's hard to itch when you're not itch when your eyes are itchy. Oh, Bean, and she's so tired. You know when the kids rub their eyes because they're so tired. Why don't you go lay on the couch, Bean, and try to close your eyes? No.
Can't leave that fly.
Oh, the fly. So she sees that like Thursday, for example, is a really tough day because I actually sometimes don't even have time to come home between my two jobs. So I'll leave at 7:45 and I'll come home at 10:30 p.m.
Yeah.
without coming home in between. And so she's like in her mind mapped out how to feed me during that time, but I have to do it because she's not there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So she's come up with a plan that she wants me to execute so that that day's easier. But I have to execute it because I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's coming from a good place, but I'm just like, the problem with that is that, yes, I always have that intention to meal prep
Yeah.
during the weekend. Always.
Yeah.
And then there's a reason why it doesn't happen sometimes because your weekend is only basically one day because both of us work one of the weekend days.
Right.
And if there's other birthdays, whatever,
Yeah.
the weekends get really busy.
Yes.
Or for working. So like I get in trouble midweek because I haven't meal prepped and she wants to help me avoid that. But the only way she can help is by telling me what to do, not by actually getting anything off my plate.
Right.
So then I say, I get it, I get you, but this is the hard part. It's that it's flawed.
Yeah.
Every week is going to be slightly flawed. And she's beside herself because she can't help. Right?
Yeah.
And then I try not to get frustrated, but I'm just like, you giving me more of a plan doesn't help.
Right.
But she doesn't have anything else she can help with. So anyways, I think that's kind of the crux of things, because she wants to like helping or being of help would just mean that she's doing more of like trying to control things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And she would never use those words. Those are words that I'm using.
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotional energy getting put out, or just straight up entertaining energy.
Yeah.
You know, because after you get home from work or after you're done with work, there is a moment in your family, and it doesn't matter who's in your family. Like I have a kid and I have a partner, but we all, you know, you're comfortable in your own house so that you feel like you can completely decompress.
Yes.
And when you have guests in the house, I don't think that happens
For sure.
in the same way. Yeah.
For sure not.
For sure not. So, but lovely also, because I do have this appreciation for how far we've come. We have a house that can actually receive guests, and it's ready.
I know.
For that.
Does that feel amazing?
But it was kind of by the skin of our teeth. So no, it feels like, oh God, because like we had the date they were coming, and we got that second bedroom fixed up just like the night before, not even the day of.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, it's March. It's mid-March. Yeah, Kelly, I don't know how long I've been living here, but I haven't started to enjoy it yet. Not really.
Do you feel like, and you can say no, but
Bean, please don't interrupt me.
Ask Kelly about the outlight.
Yes, I asked Kelly about her lights out. She has her power back, but thank you for asking.
yes, thank you.
She wondered about your weather.
Do you think, because I would feel like this, but you can say, no, I don't feel like this, that there are moments that force you to do things that you haven't had time to do, you've been putting off, whatever, that's
Yes.
like, okay, I have to do this by tomorrow, and now it's done.
Yeah, like it's ish done. And I think I'm going to leave that futon and that desk right there for a really like couple months,
Yeah.
you know, because that office is awesome. It's pretty big, Kelly. When you visit,
Yeah.
you'll see it because you'll stay in that room. And I have all these grand plans. Like I actually want to put like a pretty bold wallpaper on it. And I want to like do like the windows black trim instead of white. And I want to like get these like floating shelves up. But let me tell you.
Yeah. Right now you're like,
Nope.
done.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, 100%. Because I'm sure you felt this way forever. Like everybody who has a Monday through Friday job, this weekend is not enough to recover.
Yeah. I mean, you and I have talked about this, but I was gone last weekend, and my job, which I'm sure you feel a little bit like when you go and do aerial other places, maybe you don't feel like this, but like my job is amazing. Like I get to do things I love. I get these great experiences. But when you leave on Thursday and you get home on Sunday and you work on Monday, you just feel like then you're trying to do the things you would have done on the weekend, like unpack, do laundry, get groceries, all the normal things go into your work week. And then that makes your work week crazier. And so then it's like you didn't have a weekend. And that was my last weekend because I was gone all last weekend. And so then you're like all week, you're just like in crazy town.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have to say, I am very much ahead on podcasts because I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
So I have, and I'm sure you do the same thing. Like you built in ways to like not drown in your schedule.
Yes.
But I don't even know how some people work more than 60 hours a week, and plenty of Americans do.
Yes.
I don't really understand how people do it because it's like there's work-life balance, and then you have a family, and then people have birthday parties, and oh my God, my friend asked me here, she has like a pool attached to her apartment building. She's like, you want to come to the pool ever? I was like, yes.
But what?
But never. I mean, like, I don't even have an answer because she's one of these single gals, and she is allergic to children.
Yeah.
And so she's not really inviting us for like a kids time, pool time.
Yeah.
She's like thinking to myself, she's probably thinking to herself, oh, wouldn't it be awesome if me and Kerry just chilled out by the pool? That would be great for her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds great.
Yeah. For sure.
But like my time is just like, there's nothing available on the schedule the way that it is. And then, for example, I kind of found out where my line is for my Pilates job.
Yeah.
It's between 6 and 7 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours, 6 hours I do every day. That seventh hour, I did it on Friday because it's spring break here, friends. And that Friday, what I didn't realize about San Antonio is that a lot of people don't take the whole thing, but they'll take the weekend going into school off.
Okay.
So I had colleagues that were off Friday, Saturday, right? And I was helping one person out. And of course it's helping me too because I'm making the money, right?
Yeah.
But I did 7 50-minute sessions in a row.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and I had like a chicken salad, like chicken breasts and some lettuce, and I would just go into the office and eat like 5 mouthfuls of it between every hour, and I peed, and then I came back and taught the next person.
Yeah.
So I did 7 hours. I've only ever done that 6 hours, and I realized that that's the line.
Yeah.
7 hours is too much for me. 6 hours is fine.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's not dance. It's not aerial. If I was teaching dance or aerial for that long, it would be way more exhausting because you have to use your body and you have to, there's force on your body.
Yeah.
Whereas Pilates, I do some of it, but like talking, I'm just talking for 50 minutes straight.
Yeah.
7 times in a row.
Yes. Do you like your paychecks?
Oh yeah.
So from that sense, you feel like
So from that sense, I'm feeling like, okay, I know where that line is. I'm not going to go into the 7-hour thing unless it's absolutely necessary and I have to help someone else out.
Yeah.
If it's my choice of putting an extra session in, the answer is no. I stop at 6 because I feel like I'll burn out. That's the line of burnout for me.
Yeah.
In a day.
Yeah.
So I do 6 hours there every day. And if I did 6 clients in a row every day, which is my max. So if I trained all those hours and didn't have any like lead generation hours and I didn't have any admin hours and I did that, I would be making really good money there. I would be making, I'll tell you, I think I could make around $6,000 a month.
It's amazing.
On 30 hours a week.
Yeah. It's incredible.
That's good.
That's so great.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's before
For
taxes. Sure. That doesn't include my other jobs, doesn't include my workshops. You know, like a lot of the, I mean, even like hitting that, like if your rent is $2,000, hitting that threshold for making 3 times your rent.
Yes.
That is a hard bar to hit for a couple sometimes.
Totally agree.
So, you know, and we could make, you know, like both of us are doing that. That's me working. That's me at full speed there. That could not happen until probably a year in because you have to build the clientele.
Yeah.
And then I have my studio stuff. And so I feel like even though I don't feel like I used to think I'd be able to scale my business. And now I'm having that hard realization that even when I'm very, very successful at it, I don't think I'm going to be able to scale it because all of it needs me. It needs me. Yeah. I'm the one thing that it needs. And if I am not replicating myself from like a digital standpoint, I don't know about you and your business. Does it feel like the online courses are losing their glow right now?
I don't know if online courses are losing their glow. I think it's harder to get things seen because there's so many online courses. There's so much selling on social.
Yes.
There's so many ways that people are inundated with education and trying to get everyone, like there's a million coaches out there in personal development and all the things. So I think it's just harder to be seen.
Well, and I used to pay for Google ads and I feel like they really have ripped off the consumer on that. Like even the advertisers where it's like you are paying this much money and you're just like not getting what you used to get out of it.
Yes.
When it comes to clicks and that. So, and now I have more money coming in. I could probably do it again, but I'd have to like retool how I do it because Google has changed the game and I'm not trying to pay so much money for just just a bite here and there. Like it has to make sense, right?
Yeah.
So the other thing is that tax season's coming. I need to retool my online business. And it just feels like, my mom, and all of it's out of concern, when I come home and she's cooking, usually what I'm doing is I'm cooking and I have my computer on and I'm editing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because there's no time in the day, right? It's like if you really just do the math, and I'm not trying to like crucify myself and I'm a martyr, but it's just like if you work the whole day and you used to use that whole day to run your business, then you run your business at home once you get home from that job. That's what happens. There's no other time in the, there's no mysterious time.
Yes.
So my mom would watch me do that a little. I get right on the computer. I like spend time with Bean, then I get on my computer. I'm eating at the same time. And she's like, well, that's concerning. I was like, yeah, what did we think? There's no other way around this. I'm not going to stop doing, putting into what I've built. Like, that's not the point of taking the job at Lifetime. The point of taking the job at Lifetime is that I don't have to do 40 hours.
Yes.
Because that is a lot, 10 less hours that I can do other things, and I still have health insurance. That to me is a win.
Right. Agree.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I was talking to somebody else on one of my other podcasts, and she was saying how her mom is like treating her like a delicate flower when her mom had 6 kids, was scrubbing the floor, pregnant, and like now that the daughter's pregnant, she's like, don't bend over. It's like they age and they watch us do the hustle that they did so long ago.
Yes.
And it seems hard because it is hard, but that's what it is.
Totally. Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't talk about you much, Kelly. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't really have a whole lot to say. We talked about my no power. We talk about me a lot, I feel like. So I'm good. I feel like I am happy that I have power. I was gone last weekend, so I'm happy that I'm home this weekend. And
yes,
I needed that for sure. And I don't know.
Well, there's a couple things that if you don't have them, like when you get it back, you're like, oh, I should be grateful for everything I have right now because I have that one thing. But then life moves on and you forget how you felt, like either electricity or like if you have a little bit of an illness, like I had ear infection. And I like couldn't hear out of this ear for like 2 months. And after my hearing came back normal, I was like, I will never complain about a thing again.
Yes. It's so true. It's so true. Yeah.
And then you forget about that and you're like, no, but I do need to vent about this one thing because it's like I'm emotional about it. And if I don't get it out,
like you just took him to the airport today. So you're in the thick of it. You need a nap. When you after your nap and when you get back into the swing of things this week, you're gonna feel like a
new person. The last thing is that my mom has always had a problem with me and my sister and our like wine habits.
Yes.
And we have as many wine habits as most Americans. It's not like we go overboard, but I forgot that my grandfather, because I didn't know him at all, was an alcoholic. And so she's triggered by that, yes. I think.
Yes.
And so I hope that I dispelled her worries a little bit because every other time that she's visited me or I visited her, I was on vacation.
Yes.
And I would just like kind of go for it.
Yeah.
And this week, I can't. It's my regular week. I can't do that. So I kind of just like, it's very pulled back when I'm on that schedule.
Yeah.
And so she didn't really bug me about it anymore. I was like, okay, maybe we are growing. And I just am impatient for it.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Oh,
I think there's so many things that have gone. I mean, I know that you're in the hustle and the craziness of it, but it's also because being small. And I just think of when we started doing this podcast and you were in your apartment in LA and like trying to figure out the world. And now you have a baby and a partner and a house you rent and a full-time job and we're growing.
Yeah, you're right. Things have actually like a lot of change has been made and it's hard to enjoy the journey of it sometimes. I struggle with that because I'm like, just even one thing getting easier, there's another thing out there that you have to do. Like, for example, do I sit around and like tell myself how grateful I am to have a washing machine now that in the house?
Right.
I didn't have that. It was only 2 years ago we had to do like laundry mats and stuff. And what's sad about it is that I'm like doing the laundry, and in the back of my head, sometimes I am like, oh, I didn't have this. But then the next thing is so dire, or it feels like it needs my attention so much that I kind of don't celebrate the washer being in my house and the house underneath me being mine. And you know what I'm saying?
Last week I had to get tires. 4 tires. Okay. And
they were all bald.
What'd you say? Yes.
They were all balding.
So I knew that my car was like kind of shaky. And listen, I drive a lot. We know I drive so much. Yes. And so I went in for an alignment and a tire rotation. And he called me and he's like, tread on a tire between 1 and 10 should be, 10 is the best. And he's like, your backs are 2s and your fronts are 3s. And I was like, well, can I just get 2 in the back? And he's like, 3 is bad. Like 3 is not good. And so I was so sad because like I had to pay for 4 tires and I just got my income tax return money. And so like
and it's gone.
Like I had the money to like get 4 tires, but I was so mad about it. And I was like, listen, there would have been a year that I had to like borrow the money from my parents or like put it on a credit card or whatever. Like I would have been so stressed about these 4 damn tires. And I was like, you should just be so happy that you can go buy 4 new tires and like, it's not putting anything out. And like, now you have 4 new tires and you have a nice car that drives all the time, everywhere you are. And like you should be thankful for that. Just like your washer and dryer that's in your home now. But it's hard to think that way sometimes.
It's hard to think that way because life goes on, and this is us trying to be enlightened and be grateful and like be our yoga selves in our life, and it's so hard to do.
Even when I paid for the tires, I said to the guy, "I'm pretending right now that I've been wanting 4 tires so that I'm just so excited to buy these 4 tires and to drive out of here." And he was like laughing. And I was like, I've never just been so excited about this. And he was just like,
I mean, can you imagine? Like, I wouldn't want to be a salesperson at like Louis Vuitton. Could you imagine? Like, you must see people just so happy to get their purchase. Yes. Because it's like a luxury good that you do like just for your heart and soul. Life. Yes, absolutely. And tires are not those.
I'm at the tire center and I'm like, I've been pretending all day morning that I'm dreaming of these tires. It's like,
oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, the adulting just does not go away. Oh.
It's real life adulting.
It's real life adulting. Kelly, I appreciate you.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Bean, you want to say goodbye? Come say goodbye.
Finally.
Here, come here. Mommy's got to eat and we got to take a nap. Okay, come on. Here. I know.
Night, Bean. I love you.
Somebody's falling apart.
Bye.
That's a very tired bye.
I love you.
Love you. Bye. All right, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you love to hear the sound of our voices, we have a couple more options for you. I have the Expecting Aerialist that's all about motherhood, postpartum, prenatal stage. Great for moms who are just balancing life. I've got the Artist Entrepreneur, which is about me and my arty friends navigating our businesses. And Kelly has What's Next with H&G, What's Next with You and Grace, talking about her amazing products, and how you can create a business for yourself. All right, my friends, if you haven't yet, opt in for a newsletter so you can hear all about us and our guests, and if we'll send you breaking news in that way. And we really appreciate you guys. If you'll smash the 5 stars and leave us a review, it means the world to us. And we'll see you next week. Have an amazing week. This is Greener Grass.